Part 2 of the reasons behind the No Kings protest. The first video was about his assertion of unilateral and very broad executive powers. In this video, I'm going to talk about President Trump's demands for personal loyalty over institutional oaths. One of the recurring themes in criticism of President Trump is the perception that he values personal loyalty to himself above an official's oath to the Constitution or their duty to the public. And their evidence for that is, number one, the tremendous amount of pressure he's put on the Department of Justice, the FBI, and other branches of government. From his first term, you may remember his very public criticism and eventual firing of James Comey, his Attorney General Jeff Sessions, and we seem to be back into that pattern of behavior in his second term. President Trump often acts as if the Attorney General should function as his personal attorney, and Pam Bondi, the new Attorney General, certainly seems willing to take up that role. And this violates a long-standing norm that the Department of Justice operates with political independence. Regardless, President Trump has instructed Pam Bondi, and she has followed all those instructions, to deprioritize issues that are not important to him, issues related to discrimination, a lot of issues related to white-collar crime, and instead to focus on the issues that are his top priorities, which include eliminating DEI and punishing his political opponents. A second criticism is the way President Trump refers to the military. He often references my generals or my military. Language suggests ownership, similar to what a king would have over a military, when in fact the military pledges an oath of allegiance to the Constitution, not to the president themselves. And finally, all the purging of perceived disloyalists and replacing them with people who are both loyal, but also in many cases very unqualified into critical roles. So the firing of all the inspectors general, for example, was something very concerning to people who believe Trump is exceeding his executive authority. The firing of ambassadors, government officials who are seen as disloyal or who are not advocating for his policy positions. And this has gone all the way down to the Smithsonian Institution. And anyone who testified in his impeachment hearings, as well as any law firm that represented anybody who has opposed President Trump, have been aggressively targeted. And many people view this as a practice of punishing dissent and differing viewpoints that's more akin to what a monarch would do versus what the President of the United States should be able to do.